if you check closely, you realize that we are already 3 weeks into January 2020, and we've done 2 weeks already now in the third week for our preparation towards the ICAG May 2020 examination. And what I just want to ask you is, what has been your attitude so far? Like I say all the time, and I've shared with you before, statistics has proven that people ignore their New Year resolution on the 20th or 21st day of January in the New Year. But I just want to give you a quick reminder that you cannot abandon your dreams, you cannot abandon your goal, you cannot abandon your New Year resolution. So if close to 21 days now and over, and you have not started doing anything towards achieving your New Year resolution, then you've got to set up. You cannot quail back into 2019. You cannot continue to do the things you did in 2019. That did not assist you to achieve your goal. That did not help you to achieve your objectives. So the question I want to ask you is this: what have you done so far from the 1st of January till today? What have you done so far? What decisions have you made? What strategies have you implemented? How much money have you made? What have you done in order to position you to achieve your goal, to achieve your objective? That is what I want to know. That is what you have to ask yourself. This is a new year. This is a new decade. A lot of things are jump-packed to happen this year, to happen in this decade. The question is, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing every single day? What decisions are you making to position you to take your life to the next level? Dr. Mensa Odebil puts it this way: you cannot go to Canaan with an Egyptian mindset. You cannot go to Canaan with an Egyptian mindset. What does that mean? It simply means that you cannot achieve your goals thinking and behaving like the way you were behaving previously. Billionaires, millionaires, and successful people are still hustling, are still working hard. They get up every morning and they go to work. They get up every morning and they are conscious of their lives. They get up every morning and they do something with their lives. How about you? There is a saying in P that says that epokran so togum. So irrespective of how high you may think you are, how the level of achievement that you may think you have, there is still another level that you must reach. There is still another height that you can achieve. So what I want to ask you is this: 2020, we are already into it. It's getting better. Okay, it's getting better. People are building things. People are taking decisions. Lives are being transformed. Destinies are being changed. People are taking life into their hands and doing what it is they must do to make them successful. The question is, what are you doing? What are you doing? Last 2 weeks, I shared something on Facebook about the 2 things that are critical for you to achieve your goals. And that is having the right strategy and also being ready to spend money for your goals. Listen to me carefully. This is just a reminder for you. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm not here to speak to you. I'm just here to remind you of your New Year resolution. I'm just here to remind you of the commitments you made. I'm just here to remind you of the goals that you want to achieve. I'm just here to remind you of the desires in your heart. I'm just here to remind you of what you want to do to take your life to the next level. That is what I'm here to do. I'm not here to motivate you. You don't need motivation. Nobody can motivate you. You must sit up and motivate yourself. I cannot motivate you. No. You've got to sit down and tell yourself that I'm going to achieve this goal. I'm going to achieve this objective irrespective of how many times I fall. It is this mindset that will skyrocket your life. It is this mindset that will revolutionize everything that you do. It is this mindset that will cause you to be able to achieve what you want to achieve. 2020, we already in it. It's already happening. We already doing it. Things are already happening for people. The question is, what are you doing with your life? I know there are a lot of you have a lot of goals on your list. There are a lot of things you want to achieve this year. But the question is, what have you done so far in pursuit of those goals? What have you done so far? Every single day, there is something you've got to do. Every single hour, there is something you want to do. Every minute, there is something you've got to do. Every second, there is something you've got to do. You've got to be conscious of your life. You've got to be conscious of your decisions. You've got to be conscious of your mindset. You've got to be conscious of your emotions, because that is what will position you. That is what will enable you to be able to achieve your goals. You don't become successful because you have a goal. You don't become successful because you have a desire. You don't become successful because you are the best, educated, or you are the luckiest. No, you become successful because you are conscious of yourself and you make various decisions in order to make those goals become a reality. So that is a question I want to ask you today. 2020, we're already in it. We're already in it. In case you have forgotten your goals, in case you have called back to the things that you were doing in 2019, in case you have unconsciously relent yourself, retard yourself, and you are already relaxed, let me tell you, you've got to bump up something. You've got to be serious about something. That is the only way you become successful. That is the only way you achieve your goals. So we are on for 2020. It's going to be a great year. A lot will happen in this year. Politically, a lot is happening already, and a lot is going to be happening here in Ghana, in the United States, and across the world. A lot is happening. And if you're not careful, and you're not conscious about your life, you're not conscious about your decisions and the various things that you do, your life is going to be ruined by somebody. Because if you just sit down and take life as it happens, you're going to be screwed. Somebody is going to take advantage of you. You've got to become conscious of yourself and decide that I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it and do it well. You've got to decide that this is my life, this is my goal, I'm going to be conscious about it, and every single day I'm going to rise, I'm going to walk, I'm going to talk, and I'm going to do something to transform my life and to take my life to another level. That's it. That's it. So what is on your goal list this year? Some of you want to become chartered accountants. Some of you want to pass your exams, go to the next level. Some of you want to marry. Some of you want to buy your first car. Some of you want to buy your first house. Some of you want to acquire some properties. Some of you want to start a book. You want to start a YouTube channel. You want to start vlogging. You want to start a blog post. You want to start your Instagram page. You want to start a business. Whatever it is that you want to do this year, you cannot retard. You cannot quail back. You cannot just be there and say, oh, I am hoping that it happens. No, you've got to be conscious about your life. You've got to be conscious about the things you do, and that is how you become successful. So, we are in 2020. Think about it and be conscious of every decision that you make, because that is what will make you successful. Click on the subscription button, and also make sure you give a like to this video. Comment below with whatever it is that you want to do this year, and let's assist you so you can become successful. I'll see you in another vlog. Hi there, so welcome to my live broadcast today, and what I want to do today is to engage you on some Q&A session. So comment below with any questions that you would want me to answer for you on various things that you would want to take my thoughts on. So please comment below with any questions that you are having, and then let me answer your questions for you. Now, like you know already, 2020 we are preparing to go into it, and then we will be starting our live broadcast here on YouTube in the course of this week, and every single day from Monday to Friday I'll be coming on live on YouTube to teach on various subjects and various topics each day. However, we have structured our live broadcast in such a way that I will only teach the things that students request for, or the topics that students want to see more on our channel about. So whatever, if you are watching this live or you are watching the replay, whatever it is, just comment below with the questions that you have. What do you want to see more? If it is financial reporting, for instance, what kind of accounting standards do you want us to cover more on this channel? We already have a lot of accounting standard lecture videos here, but maybe you want me to solve some questions as well on these standards. So you comment below on the standards that you want us to cover more. If it is about single entity financial statements, the issue about income statement and other comprehensive income, statement of changes in equity, the statement of financial position, as well as the cash flow statement. If you want us to go into some of these, you leave it in the comment box. Then also the issue about consolidated financial statements. It's very critical. I already have videos on this channel that gives you a breakdown of the various things that you must understand on the core principles about consolidated financial statements. But if you want us to solve other questions as well in relation to the topic, I'll be very much excited to solve those questions with you. So just leave all these in the comment box, then I'll be answering that for you. Then also the issue about evaluation of financial statements, all right, that is ratios. Like I always say, it is not about your ability to be able to calculate or compute the ratios, because you can compute the profitability ratios, the gearing ratios, the liquidity ratios, the working capital ratios, the investment or investors ratios, but it is about your ability to be able to interpret the ratios that will enable you to be able to get the marks that you are supposed to get. So if, for instance, for year one, the return on capital employed, the ROCE, is 30%, and then in year two, the return of capital employed is 21%. How do you interpret that? What students usually do is they will just say the ROCE has fallen by 9%, which is wrong, because you have to look at the percentage change in the ROCE, and you have to look at the possible reasons why the ROCE has changed for the period. And some of the possible reasons could be because of increase in the revenue of the company, or reduction in the revenue of the company, increase in cost of sales, reduction in cost of sales, increase in the issues in relation to the other expenses of the company. So all these possible reasons why companies the ratios could be changing from year to year. So if it is ratios also that you want us to cover on, you want us to share some things on, you want me to spend some time on, then you can leave it in the comment box. We're going to be looking at all of that. Or maybe public sector accounting and finance. Over the years, we've not really shared a lot of content on my channel on public sector accounting and finance, but this year we are committed with my team here. We have a lot of content that we are going to be releasing on public sector accounting and finance, and I know that it's going to assist you a lot to help you to be able to achieve your goals, to be able to prepare for the examination. So public sector accounting and finance, there are a lot of content available that we're going to be working on and making them available for you in the course of the year, or in the course of this period, as we prepare for May 2020 as well as November 2020, for those of you who are planning to go into November 2020. But one thing also that we will be doing exceptionally about public sector accounting and finance this year is to create some contents on IPSAS. All right, so I'll be coming on live and I'll be explaining the International Public Sector Accounting Standards to you, and we'll be solving some questions about the IPSAS, and also bring the pieces together by solving some questions on the financial statement on the consolidated fund, or financial statement for an MDA or an MMDA, or whatever it is, to solve some questions on. Because remember, Ghana, we are moving to the accrual basis. Even though we are in the implementation stage from now up until 2023, Ghana is gradually moving to the accrual. So it is on the heart of the examiner that you understand the issue about the accrual basis of accounting in the public sector, just like how you know in financial reporting in the private sector. So as part of my objective this year, we're going to be creating and bringing up a lot of content on the IPSAS, that is the International Public Sector Accounting Standards, and enable you to understand the standards and also be able to practice a lot of questions on the standards to help you. Okay, so Ebenezer Arthur, I just saw your question. You said, please, can you treat IAS 27? Okay. So let me put that down. So Ebenezer, thank you for your question. Yes, I'll treat IAS 27. I'll treat IAS 27 if that is part of what you want. Is that the only thing that you have challenge with that you want to see on this channel? So if there are any other things that you want to see, Ebenezer, you can add it in the comment box, but I'm taking note of this. IAS 27. I'll make some, we'll do some videos on that live in the course of this week. Okay, in the course of this week, I'll go live and teach on that. So like I was mentioning, we're going to be making a lot of content available this semester on IPSAS, okay, on the public sector accounting and finance. But what I want you to understand about the IPSAS is this, that they are just a reflection, literally, they are just a reflection of the IASs and IFRSs, okay? So on one side, you are dealing with the private sector, that is the IASs and the IFRSs, but when you flip that up, you come to the public sector. Now, in the public sector, what is going to happen is that we're going to be having, the terminology is going to be different. So you're going to have something like economic entity, reporting entity, you're going to be having something like controlling and controlled entity. So when we are dealing with group financial statements in the public sector, there is not going to be anything like parent and subsidiary, but rather there is going to be something like controlling and controlled entity. So the terminologies are just what is going to be different, but the actual treatment of the items are almost going to be the same in relation to that. So we are going to be spending some time on, you can share this video on your WhatsApp, on your Facebook page, or through Instagram, so that we get a lot of people to join this community, because my objective is to be able to help as much people as possible, because we know there are a lot of people who are studying but are finding a lot of things difficult, and that is why we created this channel for you, so that we'll be able to bridge the gap between your studies and what you need for the examination, and by extension, what you need for your profession in order to stand out. So share the video and make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I don't know why you will not subscribe to the channel. So hey, give us a subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up, okay? Click a thumbs up for this video, and let YouTube know that, hey, people are watching this, and let's get to touch a lot of people's life. And I know that together we can do a lot to help a lot of people across the country, across the continent, and across the globe, to be able to assist people to achieve their goals. So that is about public sector. We're going to be doing a lot of things there. Now, For those of you who don't understand what is happening now in public sector under the new ICAG syllabus, which took effect from November 2019. So in November 2019, that was the first examination sitting. May 2020 is going to be the second examination sitting. Now, for those of you who are not aware, the syllabus has changed dynamically. A couple of things have been removed from the syllabus. Something like accountability is taken out from the public sector and has been taken to advanced audit and assurance in level 3. Then the syllabus now is more or less like 40% calculations and then 60% reading. Thematically, we're going to have preparation of the financial statements using the accrual basis and then the cash basis, and some knowledge on the EBSAs. So this time around, we highlight a lot, we pay a lot of attention to the EBSAs. Then most importantly, one key thing that you must also understand about public sector is evaluation of financial statements. Evaluation of financial statement. Now, this is just like ratios in financial reporting, but it's going to be a little bit different here, because here you're going to be calculating something like revenue to GDP, debt to GDP, per capita income. Like, you're going to be calculating a couple of economic indicators that we will use to appraise the performance of the government, to appraise the performance of a public organization or a public sector organization, and be able to advise the government what it needs to do in order to become successful, in order for it to achieve value for money. So two things that are thematic in the syllabus will be the evaluation of financial statements and also the preparation of the financial statement. Now, it could be for a ministry, a department, an agency, a metropolitan municipal district assembly, or the central government, and that is going to be on the consolidated fund. Okay, that's going to be on the consolidated fund. Then the issue about procurement, okay, it is still in the syllabus. The issue about PPP, so public-private partnership arrangement, that is still in the syllabus. One key issue in the syllabus too is budgeting in the public sector. This is critical. It's in the syllabus. You're going to look at the stages or the processes involved in budgeting. So the budget formation, budget authorization, budget approval, budget execution, reporting, and monitoring. You're going to be looking at how these stages feed into the things. You're going to be looking at how do we put it? The issue about supplementary budget, so the conditions under which the Minister of Finance can request for the supplementary budget. But in all these, one act that is very critical for all students writing public sector accounting and finance is the Public Financial Management Act 2016, Act 192. Did I say 192? Act 926. Okay, so let me take that again. One act that is going to be critical is the Public Financial Management Act 2016, Act 921. Act 921. Okay, this act is critical for your studies. It is critical for your preparation, because there are a lot of things that is going to be referred to in that act. Issues like raising of revenues, issues like budgeting, issues like the roles of key public officers like the principal account holder, principal spending officer, the controller, accountant general, the minister of finance and economic planning, the auditor general, chief directors. All of these people are key public officers, and their roles and responsibilities are in the Public Financial Management Act 2016, Act 921. So what I want you to know is this, that if you are writing public sector, this act is going to be fundamental for you. Make sure you get it and make sure you go through it. Irrespective of where you are attending lectures, make sure you get the act for yourself. Make sure you read it as well for yourself. Whether you are taking my online course on public sector or you are coming on campus for public sector, make sure you get that act and then read that act for yourself, because it has a lot of things that will help you to better understand the syllabus, to better position yourself to pass the examination. So when you talk about public sector, one other thing that you need to understand there is also the issue about GIFMIS, that is a Ghana Integrated Financial Management Information System. There are a couple of things also in the GIFMIS that are in the Public Financial Management Act that is going to be critical for you in the exam hall. Then also the Treasury's main account, okay, into which all government deposits are made, out of which all government payments are made. Then also the other thing there is PIFA, that is Public Expenditure and Accountability, something that will enable you to be able to achieve your goals. So that is what you have for public sector accounting and finance. If you're writing public sector accounting and finance, these are the thematic areas that you need to look out for in the position for to prepare yourself for the May 2020 examination. So like I mentioned earlier, we'll be creating a lot of content this time around for public sector, and I'll be some of the live broadcasts that I'll be doing. We'll be going through some of the IPSAs, and we'll be going through some of the things in the Public Financial Management Act, which is going to be critical, like I mentioned, for your examination. Now, in case you've not had a copy of the just ended November 2019 examination paper, make sure you get a copy and you understand the reference of what I'm saying. So there are questions that the examiner will just make a reference to the act, and then will ask a question, and you should be in the position to be able to answer the question and understand the question. So that is the issue about public sector accounting and finance. I think I was mentioning something about PIFA, Public Expenditure and Accountability Framework, where we're going to be assessing the government's efficiency and effectiveness on the management of public finance. Okay, how efficient and effective the managers of the economy, the country have been during the year. And we're going to be looking at, I think, 7 pillars against which that we're going to be measuring the performance of the government institutions. So that is what you have to understand about public sector accounting and finance. Like I mentioned, we'll be creating a lot of content, but in case you want to find out and say, hey, Nhyira, yes, I know you'll be covering a lot, but I want you to cover this, I want you to cover that, put them in the comment box. I'll be very much excited to answer those for you. I'll be very much excited to answer those for you. Then one thing also that you must understand is in relation to the lectures is for taxation. Okay, taxation. One of the queries we've had over I think around last year was the fact that we've not shared a lot of content as well on taxation on the channel, and yes, I agree with that. I think the only content we have on taxation on the channel is on capital allowance. You must make sure that you get the capital allowance video, but we'll be sharing some videos as well on capital allowance, on advanced taxation and principle of taxation in level 2 to help you. Ebenezer, you are asking that, please, I went off a bit, but which act are you talking about? I'm talking about the Public Financial Management Act 2016, Act 921. The Public Financial Management Act 2016, Act 921. If you are writing public sector accounting and finance, it is an act that is fundamental. It is an act that is critical for you to be able to prepare for your examination. So make sure that you get that act. I don't know if you are doing public sector, Ebenezer, but if you are writing public sector or you know somebody writing public sector, tell them that they must get that act because it has a lot of things that will be needed for the examination. Now, for those of you writing advanced taxation and principle of taxation, as you can see on your screen, I just put there my advanced taxation book, which I published in December, just last month. So it's barely a month old published book, and we'll be having copies of this in the course of this week. But people have pre-ordered, so we're going to be making deliveries for those pre-orders in the course of this week for the book. But if you are interested in the book and you want copies of the book, you can just call 050-114-9296. I'm going to be leaving that in the comment as well, so that you can call the number and make an order for it, and we'll be able to help you. In addition to the book, I would also recommend that you get you enroll in the full course online as well, if you can come here to our tuition center, because when you watch the lecture videos and you go along with the book, you realize how important the two will be in your arsenals to help you to be able to pass the examination at the end of the day. So in addition to public sector, we'll be making some content on advanced taxation and principle of taxation this year as well. Then we will come to the traditional issues like financial reporting, management accounting, financial management, audit and assurance, advanced audit and assurance. Audit and assurance also, we've not really had a lot of content on the channel in the past, and I think people have raised some queries about it. So this semester, I'm going to be doing a lot of that as well. We're going to be releasing videos on audit and assurance, advanced audit and assurance, to kind of provide you with that environment so that you'll be able to get all that you need in order to pass the examination. But this is one thing that you must understand. Because we are just having, this is the channel we are having, and it's a single channel, and we cannot release like 10 or 5 videos in a day. At least we can release maybe 2 videos in a day, or a video in a day, then I come and do a live broadcast like this. Because of that, we will not be able to be releasing as much content as you would want for a specific subject. That is why our online study portal is available, so that you can go there and enroll in a course and be able to prepare well for your examination. So I'm just leaving the link on my in the comment, Nhyira Premium University.com/courses. So Nhyira Premium University.com/courses. All right. So I've just left that in the comment box. Yep. Pick it up. Right. So you can see it on your screen. Nhyira Premium University.com/courses. You visit that. You visit my website, and you can enroll in the full course. When you enroll in the full course, you get access to the full lecture videos, and you can study as and when you want, at any time, with your mobile phone, your tablet, your laptop, your desktop, whatever it is. You can study on the go and help you to be able to pass the examination. But we'll be releasing content on this channel, but like I mentioned, because we are covering a lot of subjects, because if I look at the subject we are covering, we will be covering all the subjects in level 2, all the subjects in level 3, and then 2 or 3 subjects as well. So the only subject that we will not be having content on, that is in the short term from January to May, it's business management and information system. We are now working on some content around that, but you're going to be having content on the rest of the 13 papers. And so if we are releasing content on 13 papers, you would agree that we cannot release as much as we want on one subject. That is why enrolling in the full course online could be helpful for you, so that you learn at your pace. And one good thing about enrolling on the full course is that you get a one-on-one session with me via Skype, okay? Because sometimes you would want to ask questions, you want me to solve a question for you, or you want me to do something for you. I may not be able to do as much of that during the live broadcast here on YouTube, but I could do that if we are having a one-on-one session via Skype where I deal with that issue with you. So in case you are thinking about that, that is something that you want to do. A paper in level 1 is 4.7, in level 2 is 4.75, and a paper in level 3 is 5.25. That is for our online courses, and you can enroll in the course today and study from anywhere and be assisted by me and learn under my mentorship so that you can pass your examination. So that is what I want to discuss with you briefly today, that this year, this period, we're going to be releasing a lot of content on various subjects, but like I mentioned, the content we will be releasing will be based on students' recommendation, students' queries, students' messages. If you just joined the broadcast, comment below with any questions that you are having, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, because every single day we're going to be going live like this, and I'm going to be teaching a lot of things that will assist you, and we'll be answering a lot of questions that you are having so you can prepare well for your examination. Like I always say, my objective is to make available content for you so you can pass your examination. Now, one thing also is that for those of you who are not aware, we have the audio lectures also available, because some people were like, oh Nhyira, the video, we cannot watch the video all the time, we want to listen to the audios in our car as we are in the gym. So you can also visit nyhirapremiumuniversity.com/podcast, and then you'll be able to get access to the podcast. You can also find me on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Spotify. So on all of these platforms, Nhyira Premium, and you can get audio lectures so that you can download them and listen to them in your playlist and be able to prepare well for the examination. And almost every single day we are updating these platforms with various lectures, audio lectures, to help you to pass your examination. So you can catch it on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Spotify, all of these 3 platforms, and then on SoundCloud. All of these 4 platforms, just search for Nhyira Premium and give us a rating, okay? Especially on iTunes, you can give us a ratings on iTunes and listen to this audio podcast so that you also get this lecture videos here. So together you will be immersed in a lot of content, so you'll be in a better position to pass the examination. So that is also about our audio podcast or our audio lectures, for those of you who prefer the audio to the lecture videos that we have already here on our channel. Now, one good thing is that on the audio podcast, I release exclusive content that may not be available here on the channel, on the YouTube channel. So that is why you must make sure that you also get the on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Spotify, on SoundCloud. Just search for Nhyira Premium, the same name here on YouTube, and you can get access to these audio lectures to help you to pass the examination. And also, if you want lecture notes, okay, lecture notes, you want to read lecture notes, we also have lecture notes on our website, nyhirapremiumuniversity.com/blogs. Okay, when you go to my website, nyhirapremiumuniversity.com, you can look at the menu, and when you look at the menu, podcast will give you the audios, blogs will give you the notes, and you can have a lot of things. We have some free courses also available online. Recently, I launched the mentorship program for the May 2020 examination. We already have a lot of students enrolled in the mentorship program online. It is a free mentorship program where we update every week with content on the subject that they have enrolled in, so they can prepare well for the examination. So make sure that you get into it, okay? Go there, it is free. So go to nyhirapremiumuniversity.com/free products, I think something like that, /free products, and then get access to those. And if you want a paid version also, where you get access to the full content, you get a one-on-one session with me, you get ebooks, catalog, you get a question kits, then you can enroll in the full course. Then I will assist you to prepare well for the examination. So going into May 2020, a lot of content will be released here on my YouTube channel, and I'll be doing a lot of live broadcast as well, a lot of live broadcasts. We are looking at almost every day from Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. Okay, Monday to Fridays, 4 p.m. live on YouTube here. So let me leave that in the comment box. So Monday to Fridays, 4 p.m. At 4 p.m. we do YouTube live, okay? And it's gonna be a special session that will help you to understand more what you are learning, to understand more what you are doing. So make sure you connect with us, but share the channel as well, okay, with your colleagues. I know there are a lot of people studying for the ICAG, there are a lot of people doing their MBA, their MSc, who need content, okay, on what they are studying, and our YouTube channel has a lot to offer all of these people. So just make sure you share the video, make sure you share the channel, so we can touch a lot of people as much as possible. So Mondays to Fridays, 4 p.m. I'm gonna go live on YouTube, okay? I'll be teaching live on YouTube, and you don't want to miss it. During these live sessions, I'll be answering questions like Ebenezer just asked, and I'll be also teaching on various subjects, on various topics. In addition to that, 7:30 a.m. every single day, we are going to be releasing lecture videos, okay? So 7:30 a.m. you have a lecture video release. 4 p.m. you have me live on YouTube. I'll be teaching live and be answering your questions for you live. So that is what you have to understand about what we are rolling out for May 2020, and I hope that it is something that will assist you, something that will help you in order for you to prepare for your examination. So that's what you have to understand, and that is what I want to just share with you today, and I hope that it is a fruitful journey that we are going on, so we can help a lot of people. So thank you very much for joining the broadcast. Thank you very much for watching the replay. Thank you very much for the comments. Thank you very much for the support. I'm very much excited with how this community is growing and the lives that we are changing, we are transforming. You don't know the kind of messages that we receive. There are people who call and send us messages, and they are like, whoa, I've been learning this a lot, but I got your YouTube channel and I just can't take it off. I've been enjoying. Thank you very much. And the messages and the calls, and you don't know. I mean, anytime you share this channel with other people, with on your Facebook page or on your WhatsApp groups or WhatsApp platforms, you are actually impacting someone's life. You are actually solving someone's problem, because but was failing the paper, so decided that if that is the case, he's going to give up, until somebody gave him my book on public sector accounting and finance, and the person also directed him to my YouTube channel, and he said he was literally blown away. And it's humbling to hear that what we're doing, it's able to help a lot of people to revive their dreams and to be able to help them to achieve their dreams. And it is because you are supporting it. It's because you are here watching every video that we upload. Every time I go live, you are here to join us, you are here to support us, and I'm very much grateful, and thank you very much for the support that you are giving to us. We want to grow this community, we want to touch a lot of lives, and we want to reach a lot of people as much as possible, and we can do that with your support. So join me Monday to Fridays, 4 p.m. I'm going live on Facebook. Did I say Facebook? No. I'm going live on YouTube here, and I'll be teaching on a lot of things. So thank you very much for watching the broadcast today, and I'll see you tomorrow. It's Monday, so I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Depending on the day you are watching this lecture, I'll be seeing you the following day, 4 p.m. live on YouTube, for us to start our journey and continue to help you and provide you with content. Ebenezer, he said, I'm new here, but I'm really enjoying it. Thank you very much, Ebenezer. I'm very much excited that you are enjoying, and our channel is helpful for you in relation to that. So join me, Ebenezer. Make sure you share the channel. I know you have a lot of people that are learning as well what you are learning. Share the channel with them and tell them to subscribe to the channel. And together, join me every day from Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. Okay, you cannot mix this for anything, because we are okay. I will join in on campus soon when I'm back in Accra. Okay, that's great. That's great, Ebenezer. I'll be very much excited to have you on campus here, to join our community here, so you'll be able to prepare well for your examination. So join me tomorrow live 4 p.m. teaching. Okay, that's the greatest thing. I'll be teaching something that will enable you and pass the examination. Okay, that will enable you to pass the examination. So thank you very much for joining the broadcast today. Gary Knight, you said, please make videos on deferred tax assets and liability. All right, Gary. Hey, sorry, I didn't mention your name right. I said Gary Knight. It's Gary White, right? So Gary, a video on deferred tax assets and liability. Okay. All right, Gary, I'll be teaching that live as well during one of my live sessions. But this is what you can do. Check the playlist titled Financial Reporting Standard Series, or Accounting Standard Series, something like that. Accounting Standard Series. In that playlist, I have some videos on IAS 12. The question you're asking relates to IAS 12, income tax, and it's exhaustive videos. I think we have about 3 or 4 videos on income tax. So you can start watching those videos to get you started as I come live and come and also teach it in relation to that. So that is what you must understand about this. And thank you very much for joining the broadcast today, and I'll be ending here a few minutes. I'll be ending in the next few minutes, but most importantly, tomorrow 4 p.m. I want you to join me and share the channel. Tell your colleagues that we are going live every day, Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. and I'll be teaching live on Facebook, on YouTube. I don't know why I'm mentioning Facebook, you know. I'll be teaching live on YouTube here. I'll be answering your questions. So Gary, thank you for your question. Check the playlist I mentioned, Accounting Standard Series. There is there are videos on IAS 12. You can start watching that. But subscribe to the channel and share the channel with others, so that we can together help a lot of people. So thank you very much for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow 4 p.m. as we begin our journey for the ICAG May 2020 examination, and by extension, definitely we're going into November 2020 in relation to that. So thank you and enjoy your Sunday, and make sure you are safe. Oh,